All right, good morning. It is Monday and we are getting fired up for this week. This is an episode of Coffee with Khalipa, a short format podcast where we dive into something that I'm thinking about for this upcoming week. And of course, we do it while sipping a cup of coffee. This morning in particular, I'm not rocking the pour over. Normally I do, but not today. Today, I'm just drinking some straight up espresso, and I've been trying different beans, been trying different things with my espresso machine, and I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. But let's dive into the subject for today. Something I've been thinking about a lot recently and something I'm taking into this upcoming week is, why did you get started in the first place? When the times get tough, whether it's you set your goal for a marathon, right? Marathon run. And perhaps you're a couple weeks out from the event and you're starting to say, why did I commit to this? Well, there was an internal reason back when you first made the decision. And I think it's really important that once you make the decision, once you make the commitment, you stick with that, right? But I think as time gets tough, you got to always revert back to, hey, why did I get started? And it goes into, having a deep internal why for everything you're doing, right? That has substance to it. So that when it gets tough, you can revert back to that deep-rooted why, and there's not even a question to continue on, whether you're trying to do that in sport or in business or with family. But I think some other way that I'm taking it this week is, instead of saying to myself, hey, I need to have a deep internal why to, do everything I'm doing. Well, I get that. But I'm saying, let's revert back to, what was the Kickstarter? What was the reason? What was the defining moment where you said, hey, look, I'm going to go out and start a business, right? Or I'm going to go ahead and commit to this Spartan race, or I'm going to start a career in accounting. What was the original kind of spark? What was the original fire that lit you up? And how do we revert back to that fire, right? And get motivated for this week to kickstart, take us to the next level in whatever we're doing. And that's something I'm thinking about. As our business has grown over the last 10, 11 years, it's a lot of things have changed, right? And opportunities come and they go. And of course, we know which ones to pursue and which ones not to pursue. But I think what's really important is always remember, for myself at least, why did I get started in this in the first place? And is that in alignment with where we're going in the future? So it's one way for us to realize that, hey, are we on the right path? So I think thinking about why you got started helps you remember and stay focused on where you want to go, which I think is really important. But I also think it just gives us a little boost of energy, right? The reason why I started a business was to, provide, do what I love for a living and provide that to other people and create a big impact. Well, hey, are we on that trajectory? And am I still fired up about it? And as I remind myself what it was like when I first got started, it just gives me this little extra jet fuel to continue and get after it this week. And so everybody out there, whether you're in a career, you're in a job, you're trying to get focused on some type of physical endeavor, right? Why did you decide to get started on this process in the first place? And when it gets tough, was that why strong enough? I hope it was, because especially if you open up a business, it better be a strong why. But let's revert back to that, right? Right now, you might be stuck with 100 members at your gym and not where you want to be. Right now, you might be in a career where perhaps you're not at the level where you want to be at. That's okay. Well, why did you get started in the first place? Get that deep energy, get that deep passion back, and get to work, right? No one's going to get you to where you want to go except for yourself, right? So let's put in the work this week. No one owes us anything. It's our responsibility to revert back to why we got started and continue on the journey towards where we want to go. That's the motivation for this week, guys. I'm fired up as per usual. I hope everybody's having a phenomenal day, a phenomenal week, and I look forward to catching you guys again for another episode of Coffee with Khalipa next week.